Hi friends, today we have Sharath, who is one of our AI enrolled students. And Sharath, congratulations on landing as a data scientist very recently. So I will give a brief introduction about your background and then we'll go into the discussion itself.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sounds good. So Sharath just got an offer as a data scientist at Cellible Technologies, which is one of our recruiting partners, also hired a lot of our students in the past. And Sharath also got multiple offers, but this was the offer that he finally took and decided to go ahead with it. He has finished his bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering in 2018, after which he has worked as a graduate trainee in mechanical engineering for a year. And then he has some career gap, after which he's joining and transitioning directly into a data scientist role. So congratulations, Sharath, on this successful transition from a little bit of career break that you had to data science role, which you always wanted.
Yeah, thank you so much. Also, thanks to you as well, because like 1 year before, I knew nothing about data science, AI, nothing. Also, I was like a beginner to programming. Then I thank God that I found this course. It is a well-structured course that teaches you everything from scratch to make a successful transition to this field.
Cool. So we will get into your learning journey. First, I wanted to understand your interview experiences at various companies. Because you've interviewed at multiple companies through our placement program. So yeah. I wanted to understand what are the typical rounds that you encountered? What was expected in each of these rounds across multiple companies that you interviewed at?
Yeah, so actually in one company was Sigmoid. So the initial round was like an assignment. They gave me a Kaggle problem. It was more about a computer vision problem. So they wanted me to solve that. And the model, they wanted me to deploy it in GCP. So that was the first assignment. After doing that, they scheduled another interview where they actually was more into discussing on the deep learning part. Mostly they were working on computer vision problems, so more questions on computer vision. The questions were like not so difficult. It was moderately okay. If you learn the course through well enough, then it is not so tough. It's not so challenging. So I could answer most of the questions. Also, there was one programming round. So in the programming round, I could solve the problem, but they were like they were asking, can you optimize the code better? Like, can you reduce the time complexity? I used 2 for loops. They asking, can you do that using 1 for loop? So that kind of optimization they asked for. Then the final round, before scheduling that, they asked me to learn more about GANs. So there was some project they were doing on GANs. So
you mean generative adversarial networks?
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Got it. Okay.
So that final round was a more deep round where they asked so much about GANs, different scenarios, different stages of GANs, also different types of GANs. So more questions on GANs only. Okay. And many of the questions were a little tough, but they were not really expecting a precise answer or something, but they wanted to know how much I know about deep learning computer vision.
So this was mostly a deep learning computer vision type of role, right? Yes. What about other companies? What sort of interviews did you encounter there?
Yeah. So another company was ADF. That was like 4 rounds were there. Initially a screening test, which had some programming SQL rounds. Then there was another round, second round, a technical round, where they asked me some questions on machine learning. Again, that is not so challenging. If you know well enough through the course, you have learned well enough, then it is easy to answer all these. Also, programming round was there, SQL round was there. Also, if you solve that SQL assignment in our course, then that is more than enough. I don't think any company can ask me any tougher question on SQL compared to that assignment. All the SQL queries, everything was not so easy only. Then was this the final round of ADF was more like was with the team lead. It was a little difficult, where he asked a lot of business problems, and he wanted me to come up with my strategy. How will I approach?
Given a scenario, how would you tackle it?
Yeah. So there was one live session that you did for ad click prediction. So the way you approached, I mean, you expect us to answer the questions. You give the sense. So same process. That was happening in the final.
So basically, you'll keep giving some solution and the interviewer will take you in a different direction and say, what if this happens? So it's basically real world problem solving and discussion.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. What about Cellible? What are the rounds and what are the hardness of each round? What was the focus of each round?
Yeah, in Celebel, again, one screening test were there. It was like few programming questions were there, SQL queries were there, and some multiple choice questions on machine learning.
How hard were these? How hard were these compared to some of the assignments you have solved or the content you have learned in the course?
Yeah, if you actually learn through the assignments, also through the course well enough, then these are like very easy on top of the cake. You can easily crack all these rounds.
Okay,
Not so difficult. So the second round at Celebel was again a technical round. Again, it had 3 parts: a programming round, SQL round, then some questions on machine learning. So that also programming was not so difficult. SQL queries, as I said, if you know the SQL assignment, if you could do that, then it's very easy. Then few machine learning, that was also not so difficult. If you know the concepts, whatever is taught in the course, then simply you can crack that.
Got it.
That was it.
Any other rounds at Celebel apart from the 2 rounds?
No. Okay, final round was the HR round. Got
it. So amongst all this, it looks like amongst all the interviews that you have done in the recent past, it looks like the assignment where you have to train a computer vision model and deploy it in GCP seems to be a slightly challenging assignment.
Yeah.
And probably the discussion around the in-depth discussion on GANs and also the real world problem solving, which is often the most challenging because you have to solve, it's simulating what you would do in the real world with your manager or colleagues.
Yes.
Okay, cool. And again, you said at the very beginning that you come from a completely non-programming background, right?
Yeah.
You had no knowledge of programming when you started Applied AI course. So what was your learning strategy through the last year or so? What was your learning strategy, both for the machine learning concepts as well as the foundational programming concepts?
Yeah. So actually, initially, as I started this course, I was actually working, but I couldn't actually focus because of that. Then I resigned. Then I started to completely focus on the course. Also, because of my lack of programming knowledge, I was like, it took some time for me to get used to coding. So let's say the first assignment, Python mandatory assignment, I took almost 7 days to complete that assignment. So it was
the first time you're doing any like reasonably hard programming. Okay.
Yeah. So it took initially some time for me. Also reading through the blog, sitting like 6 to 7 hours a day in learning all these course videos. So I was never used to it. So to get into that flow, it took some like 2-3 months. After that, it was okay. It was like normal pace. I could learn through that easily.
Okay. So the first 2 to 3 months of getting used to programming and assignments were the harder part.
Yeah.
We often see this from non-CS folks that the initial part is the harder one because they have to get into the groove of writing code, executing code, understanding the concept and translating it into code. Good point.
Yeah. Also, the strategy that I followed is like, I will learn through the course videos first, then only I will work on the assignments. So frequently I used to revise also as well. And when you're when you're doing the assignment, you are again revising, you're going back to the same topics, and again there is some indirect revision happens when you do the assignment.
That's the purpose of the assignment also in the first place, that you would go back, revise before you tackle the assignment.
Yeah. So that was the strategy I followed, and I think personally I felt that is a more I could finish things in a more fast way.
Got it. Yeah. Very nice. So because you come from a non-CS background and probably all of machine learning is new to you and programming is also new to you, was there instances of time where you got stuck either in the programming front or in the mathematical front, and how did you get through those troughs?
Yeah. So like the concepts, machine learning, deep learning concepts, learning that was not a big challenge. It was easy only. Also, the way you break down things, the complex concepts, you easily break it down. So it is easy to understand if you clearly go through the course. So that part was not so challenging. But the coding, as I said, I'm like new to coding. I'm getting used to coding. So to code everything, to build the model, also working on each of the assignments. So that took some time for me personally. Also, in all the interviews, the interviewer could really see I lack coding experience. They mentioned that many times. So that was some like a disadvantage for me. But like, because I know more about machine learning, deep learning, they were satisfied. I could, in all the interviews, I could actually completely answer most of the questions on that part. Coding, I was a little lacking behind, but that was okay for them.
So what suggestions would you give to students very similar to you, who come from a mechanical or a civil or even an electrical engineering background, who worked as in their core domain for a year or so, have some career breaks and things like that? So what recommendations would you give to people like them who are planning to transition into careers in data science, whether they are part of applied AI or otherwise? What suggestions would you give to them?
Yeah. Okay. I don't think like if you are coming from a different background, like or you come from any domain, it won't be so difficult for you to learn the machine learning, deep learning concepts. That won't be a big challenge for you. But personally, as I faced, because I come from a non-CS background, I was lacking behind coding. So if you can work on the coding part, then it will be a great advantage.
Actually, did you feel that the mathematics is easier for you because you know vector calculus better than a CS guy, right?
Yeah, it was like normal thing for me. All the math and everything was like easy only for me.
Got it.
But the coding, I would suggest that anybody coming from a non-CS background, work on the coding skills, do some course, try to improve that skill, so it will become easier in the long run.
Very good, very good. Anything else that you wanted to add, Sharath, that I may have missed out till now?
No, not really. Thank you so much. Also, I'm so grateful for all the work that you and the entire team is doing. And I'm like, as I said, I was like coming from I didn't know how to make this transition happen so easily. But thank God I could get into touch with this course and do this.
To be very honest and frank, you have put in the majority of effort. We were just sitting on the sidelines, guiding you on the right path. And what is important in any transition is the effort that the student or the learner puts in. We can guide everyone, but it's the people who put in the effort that succeed at the end. So congratulations to you, most importantly, because you put in that effort. Okay, Sharath, thank you very much for your time. Thanks a lot for sharing your experiences and your journey, because I'm sure it'll help a lot of people who have similar backgrounds as yours also make a successful career transition to data science and machine learning. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.